Hi guys, this is Milena and today we're going to talk about how to take better care of ourselves. Why is it important to take good care of ourselves? Simply because our capacity to do more for ourselves and others and achieve more increases tremendously. And the opposite is also true. If we don't take care of ourselves, our capacity to do anything for ourselves and others diminishes tremendously and we achieve way less, while in the meantime feeling quite unhappy. One of the most important aspects for us to look at is the fact that we forget often that we are spiritual beings inside a physical body, because we often look at the needs of the physical body and we try to take care of those. That includes sleep, water, food, and all of these things, but we neglect the needs of the spiritual being that we are. What are some of the ways in which we can nourish the being that does all of the doing that we do on a daily basis? Well, one of the best tools that I have found is meditation. And we all know about the benefits of meditation. A 5-minute video will not be enough to list them all. But I'm going to be honest with you. It took me many, many years before I incorporated a meditation practice every single day in my life. We are rushing too much in the morning, we're too tired at night, and we don't have time when we're working during the day. I did start to include my meditation as part of my lunch break when I was working a lot and I couldn't do it at home at a different time or somewhere outside in nature. But there is a saying, for a very good reason, that every single person should meditate for 20 minutes a day unless they're really, really busy. And if they are very busy, then they should meditate for an hour. Once we start doing that, we see the benefits, we see the difference that it makes, and then it is us ourselves who will continue doing that, and we'll see it as a necessity and something that is very important as part of our routine, as much as it is to have that morning cup of coffee, for example. Another thing that we can do if we're not huge fans of meditation, or we're telling ourselves that we don't know how to do it yet, is to simply sit in silence but be awake, because sleeping is not exactly nourishing our being as much as we think we do. We are working in our sleep in a way of speaking as well. So sitting in silence and not doing anything, that does not mean watching television or reading a book or simply looking at people in the park or anything like that. It simply means existing without doing anything else. And that might be a little bit difficult at the beginning. Doing awareness expansion exercises is something that is very nourishing to our soul. Asking deep questions: who am I? Why am I here? Who I want to be? Who do I want to be with? These are all questions that expand your awareness, connect or reestablish your connection to the spiritual being that you are, and nourish you. Sometimes music and sound is something that can be very nourishing to your soul. These are purely suggestions. Every single one of us has things that we already know are very nourishing to us. Very often we'll say, oh, this is music to my ears, or something is very nice or pleasant to look at. Something really beautiful that we can contemplate for 20 minutes can also be extremely nourishing to our being as well. What we can do is we can create a list of all of these things that are nourishing to our soul. An inspiring conversation with a friend, or connecting with someone that you can have an interesting conversation with. Watching an inspirational video, reading an article or a book is something that can be very nourishing as well. Once we have that list, what we can do is set the intent of doing one of those things every single day. It doesn't have to be for very long, and it doesn't have to be plenty of those things, but it has to be something that is consistent. Now, if you skip one day, it's not the end of the world, but just start doing it again, and don't use that one day as an excuse for you to stop doing it altogether. Why? Because your capacity to do things for yourself and others and achieve will increase exponentially. And in the meantime, you're going to feel so much better about yourself, what you're doing, and how much you're contributing to the lives of others as well. It's something small, it's something easy, and it's something that we can start doing right here, right now, and start seeing immediate changes. To book a session, you can go to askmilena.com. Subscribe for my newsletter so that you can receive as a gift the ebook 7 Life Hacks to Empower Your Daily Life. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Click down here on the bell so that you can get notified for all future videos, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye bye.